My dearest friends, I must bid you all a very fond farewell. I will be gone for approximately 3 weeks, and I will be back with my first video on November 5th, so mark your calendars. And before I explain any further, let's move to a medium that's a little bit lower effort, the classic gameplay commentary. So the big news is that I am going to be married. Depending on when this video goes up, it could be today, I don't know. Like the day that I post this could be the day that I'm getting married, but I am going to be gone afterwards for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks on honeymoon. So normally the protocol is if you make like 1 video a day, you work 4 hours on that video. If you're going on a 2-week vacation, for 2 weeks before the vacation, just double your work hours, which is manageable. It's just 8 hours a day for a gamer. It must be truly crushing, but it can be done. And then that way, while you're on vacation, you can still have videos going up every day. That unfortunately doesn't work with my type of videos because I work on them for like 10 to 12 hours a day, sometimes less. And they can take anywhere from 2 to 4 days, which means that if you can't make 2 of them in 1 day, then like if you can't, you know what I mean? There's no way to schedule them, unfortunately. And I don't want to do something where it's like, yeah, I'll upload half as much for 2 weeks before and then half as much during the 2 weeks. I'd rather just have like a clear-cut break of 2 weeks, and that is what I am doing. But it has come at a bit of a perfect time because I've been feeling a little bit burnt out on content creation, not really Destiny. It's not like one of those videos where I'm like, guys, I read the Destiny patch notes and the changes make me so sad that I've got to retreat into the mountain to do some soul searching. It's mainly a content creation perspective of just, I have to be getting better at making videos or making them better or at least changing them in some way, or else I will get bored. And when you spend like 30 something hours on one video, you can't afford to be bored because you'll get really inefficient and it will just drain your brain. So as a result, during these 2 weeks, I am going to take the time to really plan out the best content that I can when I come back. And that includes the content itself, but also recommissioning or commissioning different things that I can use in videos. Like for example, you know how I use that 2D animated, like in the intro of this video, the 2D animated Destiny character that sways back and forth. I just animated it with the puppet tool in After Effects. So I will be commissioning a full lineup of fully 3D loopable Destiny characters that I can use in intros and stuff like that, which won't be super different from what I have now, but it will be 3D, which I think is a little more immersive. And there'll just be a better variety of things that you're seeing. And given that this whole entire video is about burnout, if you want a PC that never burns out on you, I highly recommend Apex Gaming PCs, my newest partnership. We got 3 tiers of computers. You got Conquer, Unbroken, and Dredgen. Maybe if you're new to the PC world, you just want to dip your little tootsies in, then you might want to start with Conqueror. Or maybe if you don't like any of my choices, you can get them to build you a custom PC. But whatever you do, October is the time to buy because with code SIRD10 you can get 10% off up until October 31st. So I'll have a link in the description, but let's get back to the topic at hand. When you get caught in the trap of making videos all the time and you're like, hey, I edit 3 days in a row on this video and then I gotta wake up the next morning and start another one, sometimes you don't always have time to plan the best content. And even if you're spending a lot of time editing the videos, there's only so much you can do in editing. Like especially at this stage of me making videos, like the base content has to be good because it's not fun to try to dress up something that is not good in the first place. And on that short of notice, you can't really like schedule anything that would be good with other people you guys would want to see. Like I can't schedule with my brother or Fancy or Zanny or Grenader Jake or Frostbolt on 2 hours notice or something. You have to plan it ahead of time. So over this break, I will be like planning a full lineup of collaborations and videos with people you guys want to see for when I come back. Fancy will be coming back, Ja Papa, my brother will be coming back. I'll be doing more couples 2v2s with my wife, potentially some more stuff with Zanny. We are working on a Rust video, and I want to get out there back into patrol. I mean, that's how I met people like Ja Papa and Fancy in the first place. So I want to add some more faces to the channel as well. In addition to just having more people on the channel that I think you guys would want to see, I will be doing more variety games as well. Now, I'm not like a daily uploader at this point, so you're not going to be spammed with like, why am I getting, on Monday I'm seeing Overwatch, on Tuesday I'm seeing Ghost of Tsushima, on Wednesday I'm seeing Call of Duty. What the hell is going on? It's not going to be like that. If I make videos at all, really, like especially on a different game, they're going to be videos that I pour a lot of time in, and I might only make that one video for that game. Something like a video you might see from like Donkey or Zanny, where like the video on that game is not just a little snippet of like 20 minutes of me playing. It's meant to kind of encapsulate my entire experience with that game into just one video. So you're not going to be seeing them all the time. You might be seeing a variety video like once, maybe twice a month, but they will be there. I'm particularly interested in trying Overwatch 2, Red Dead Redemption 2 I've never played, same thing with Cyberpunk. I would like to give Battlefield 2042 another try. I am already working on a Rust video with Zanny and Sir Winter. And then obviously we have the new God of War coming out. So I'm hoping to get out some videos for those games as well. That doesn't mean I'm done with Destiny. Destiny's always gonna be the main thing, at least for the foreseeable future, but it's fun to really mix other things in. Something I very briefly wanted to talk about is some health stuff that I've been dealing with for the last like 2 years or so. I've had 2 different issues, and they are primarily a result of just the lifestyle that I have to live to make these videos, especially during like peak COVID. It's gotten a lot better and I've been better on myself, but I was making like 1 video a day and I was working 14 to 16 hours a day and never going outside, eating trash, and it was just bad, right? And as a result of living that way and also drinking a lot of caffeine, like say if I have a deadline the next day, I would have way too much caffeine to stay up all night. And so I started getting really bad heart palpitations, and those are terrifying, but they're also like it just messes with your mind. Like the mental toll was crazy. Anytime I try to sleep, I sleep on my stomach, right? And while I'm trying to sleep, I feel my muscles twitching in my chest, or my heart beating really hard, or feeling like it's beating irregular. I had all of like the tests done and everything. I don't have a irregular heartbeat, but that made it like really hard to sleep for probably a year. I finally fixed it by just being a lot more active. I started to pick up tennis with my roommate, and I love it. Like we would play every single day, sweat super hard, run hard, and that was great. But he moved out in January, so as a result, I kind of went back to the way that I was living before. And probably 5 or 6 months ago, I was like, okay, I need to make a change. I want to start going to the gym again. So I started weightlifting. Now the thing is, I had put on weight, right? But for whatever reason, I maintained a lot of the muscle mass that I had, even though I wasn't really doing anything. So I was still able to lift like really heavy weights, or at least heavy for me, right? And so when I made the mistake of when I went from doing nothing, sitting all the time, to lifting the weights that I would have done when I was going to the gym all the time. And I got hemorrhoids, internal hemorrhoids more specifically. This was back in like June. And the internal hemorrhoids aren't really painful, but what they do is they make you feel a lot of discomfort and a lot of pressure. So you know that feeling you get when you have to take the biggest dump of your entire life? Your body's telling you, you need to unload this right now. That was the pressure that I felt down there essentially all day, and particularly at night when laying down. So I started getting like no sleep at all. And like mentally it takes a toll, right? Because you don't know what it is. Is it hemorrhoids? Is it something else that no one could find out? I kept going to the doctor, but then they brush you off. And I have Kaiser, and it's like it's very like I don't know. It's very I don't know how to say it, but it's like a big machine, right? It's not quick and agile. It's so big that it takes so long to get anything done, if that makes sense. So approximately 3 months ago, I finally decided like I've got to change something. So if you've been seeing less uploads, that is partially why. Of course, part of it too is the fact that I'm just making the videos better / longer. So that takes a longer time, but I had the mindset of whatever video I'm working on today or whatever, if I have a deadline, it has to be done. No matter what. If I have to stay up till 2, it has to be done. If I have to stay up till 5, it has to be done. But I've started to take the approach of like, no, it like going to the gym and like exercising, that takes like an hour and a half. I can afford an hour and a half. The hour and a half that I spend there is far more beneficial than an hour and a half that I would spend editing a video. So I might as well do it. The only reason I'm really including this in the video is because I didn't want to just make a video saying, hey guys, I'm out of here, bye-bye. I'll see you soon. I wanted to include some sort of personal story or update of how things have been going. And I'm in a much better place now, especially after getting some medication for it. But I'm trying to stay more active, trying to lose weight, and just be happier, because I was like, to be transparent, I was making a lot of money, and I still make a good amount of money on YouTube, but I was making a lot of money when I'm like pumping out videos every single day, hitting all these brand deals, editing all the brand deals myself. And I eventually realized like there's diminishing returns of like, if I already have a decent amount of money, having $1,000 more is not gonna make me happier than if I felt great or was active and things like that. And I guess I just wanna put that message out there, where if you're in a similar spot where you think you have to grind all the time and you ignore important things like your health, they will catch up to you, and quite literally they will eat your ass. So prioritize your health. It's pretty natural for a lot of people to just not do that until it's a problem. So just take care of yourself. I highly appreciate you watching this video, and remember to set your calendars for November 5th. And because I'm gonna be gone for a while, the YouTube algorithm may forsake me. So if you could drop a like on this video, that would really make my day. And I will be back soon.